Wagwan, wagwan. Welcome back. Today we're out here somewhere in Toronto. We're out here to do a front lift with this home. So we've been called out here to give this home a brand new makeover. Our job here is to remove the bricks. We're gonna remove the bricks and we're gonna install stone with a 1 foot return. So we're gonna make a 1 foot return with stone, go all the way up. We're gonna install a permacan stone. And for the side, we're gonna go with stucco on the side, stucco at the back of the garage there. And we're gonna change this sill here. We're gonna have a limestone sill. And right above the window, we're gonna try and go right over with our stone, right up there in the gable. Right up there in the gable there, we're gonna go all the way up with stone. Right now we're gonna start our demolition. We're gonna remove all the bricks, and afterwards I'll dive you through step by step of how to install your stone. With no further ado, let's dive right into the video. So guys, what I did here, as you see, I jack up the roof. Just some extra support before we go ahead and start to remove our wall. And we're gonna take down this wall here. So we're back here today again. Been waiting a few weeks, waiting to get the stone for this job. We ordered this stone at Sill Building Supply, and we've been waiting like 2 weeks. Went there to pick up the stone, and these guys are telling us that they sold the stone. They sell the stone to a different client, or somebody come and pick up the stone in some form of package that they ordered there, which don't make sense to me. So we did have to wait another week. Finally we went there this morning and we got the stone. So now we're going to walk you through the process of how to install the stone. That being said, just be careful. Sill Building Supply, they promised us they're going to call us, give us an update twice. Two different persons promised they're going to call us to give us an update on the situation with the stone that we ordered, and been waiting over 3 weeks, and up to now I haven't got a call from them in regard of the stone that we ordered. You can't make up this shit, man. If you guys are watching from Sill Building Supplier in Toronto, do better, man. Else I'm gonna keep calling you out, or else I'm gonna keep on calling you guys out to do better service. Alright, now we receive our stone. I'm gonna walk you guys through the process of how to install your stone. Right over a wall here. If you're following along, before it was brick, we take down our brick. Now we're gonna install beautiful stone right along the entire surface here. But before I start, I want to give you a walkthrough, show you what it looks like, show you the stone that we're about to install, and afterward we're going to dive right into the video. So this is the area that we're about to install our stone. So I'm planning to put a piece of flashing around here. So I have my blue skin here, my blue skin flashing that we're going to use right along there. Before there wasn't any there, but I'm going to install some flashing right along here. We're installing stone right across. Before there was brick sill, but we're going to install some limestone sill there. We're also going to install stucco right around the entire house. That's going to be a separate video, so be sure to subscribe to come back and watch that video. Now I'm going to take you over there, show you the stone that we're about to install, and afterwards we're going to jump into it. So this is the stone that we're using. It's a 3-dimension stone. Here we have a small, and we have the medium, and over here we have the jumbo size. As we go in the video, you will see. I'm just gonna show you the name of the stone here. Lafitte. See, this is the name of the stone that we're using. If you're interested in using the same stone, it's from Permican. We're just setting up right now to mix our mortar. These posts, we're gonna go up around 3 feet 6 inches with our stone, put coping. Same thing over for this one, and afterwards we're gonna do some form of cap around the post. Not sure yet what my client gonna do with that. Up there where you have the plywood, we're gonna remove that plywood and we're gonna try to continue with our stone, go all the way up in the gable there. It's gonna be an interesting video to see what is behind that. Alright, so I show you along. Now I'm gonna prepare my surface by cleaning it off, install my flashing, and get myself ready to start to install the stone. So I'm just gonna dust off the surface. You want to make sure that you're free from all dust and debris. If there's any high spot there, you want to make sure that you chisel that off before you go ahead and install your flashing. So all along I thought my mic was on, but I'm not even gonna redo the video. You might hear that section, the front section, sound a bit different. But guys, I don't have the time to go back and redo it, so hopefully it's clear enough where you guys hear what I said. Alright, so I have my surface nice and clean. Now I'm gonna start to prepare for my alright, so now I'm just gonna wheel it out. So here I have a blue skin spray here with me. So we're gonna spray this spray over before we apply or flashing over it. All this does is just help it to stick easier onto the surface. So here I'm just gonna make a bend, just like you see I'm doing it here. So as you see, it's a block wall. So all we're gonna do here, we're just gonna install our flashing over it, and we should be good enough. As you see before, there wasn't anything there, so we're just gonna install flashing and call it a day here. Just a little piece to cover these gaps here. I'm gonna start with my first stone coming this direction. Get your first one there. Foundation, your first course for the foundation is the most crucial one. So we want to take our time. Don't want to rush it. Want to take our time, make sure that we get everything nice and square. Level up as possible. I'm trying to have a overhang here because we're gonna go with stucco here. So we want to make sure that we have enough. We have enough overhang here for our base coat that we're gonna start with. I'm gonna need a short screw them there in the thing and the bit where we screw in them. To screw some brick tie in the wall. I'm gonna need the small screw them I use to do the foundation, yes. What is small concrete screw them and the bit them what we use to do them. Just gonna put one more here and then afterwards we're gonna break our bond. Now I'm putting my big level on it. Just knocking because I want to make sure that my level is sitting directly onto the flush part. I mean the straight section here. So I'm just banging that side, looking down here on my level. We're trying to get a little bit of overhang here, maybe like a ½ an inch overhang. Somewhere there. As we go in the video, I will be explaining to you guys the rules of how to lay stone. Now I'm going to bang this one, go right down to the bottom of the one that's already laid, which is the small one here. Want to get it right down to the bottom, down here. As I go in the video, I'll explain to you what's the importance of you getting it down to the same level as this one. Because if you don't, later on you're gonna run up in big trouble. It's crucial to do that. I'm gonna check for level, put my level across. Same result as in plumbing it. Can be a little bit harder for you to plumb it if you're ready to go like this with your level. So it's best way is to level like this. Make sure the water is right in the center of the level. Once it is in the center, we know that it's level. Knocking it down, right back down to the level of the one that's already laid. I'm gonna get my level, put it right onto it, make sure that it's level with this one that's already laid. Once it's level, we're gonna get a wedge. These wedges that I'm putting on here, they're temporary. So later on we're gonna remove them. As you go up, the weight of the stone gonna get more heavier. So it's good to have some form of wedges underneath the first course. And I'm gonna go right through and I'm gonna put some brick ties all over just like so. Very important to secure your first row that you have here. Make sure you have a few brick ties in here. It's pretty straightforward. If you watch from my video, you know that installing brick ties on your first course is important, very important. So now I'm just gonna screw it in place. When we finish, we should have something looking like this, nice and sturdy. It's very important to catch your first course, especially when it's a little bit off the wall like we have it here. Usually we go with like 4.5 to 4 3/4 from the wall. Let's measure how much we have here. So here we have around 5 1/4, which reason why I stepped it out a little bit, because we want to have a little bit of overhang here after we install our stucco. So you want to use a lot of brick ties as possible. Alright, so now we're gonna start our second course now, right on top of this one. You know what, let me check for let me just check to see what's the size joint we have to work in order to reach up to the top of our window here. I'm gonna mark down. I'm gonna measure for my sill, which would be 2 1/4. I'm gonna go with 2 3/4 because I need some space for the caulking. Gonna measure the biggest size stone we have here, which should be 11 1/2. 11 1/2. Plus 1/2 inch joint, another 11 1/2. This way we know the size joint that we need to work in order to get up to our. So maybe if we put a small one here, we should be able to, yeah. So we have to go with a more tighter joints, can't be too big. And we should reach up to our sill there nicely. So for here, I'm gonna put a small stone. I'm gonna put a big one. Important to bang him down. We're gonna check for level. Just gonna knock him down like so. I also need a cutting board. Get the cut piece from there. So here we have a small stone. So on top of the small, usually you want to put a different size stone. We have small, we have a big here, so we're going to go with a medium. Installing these stones, guys, is pretty simple and straightforward. Once you learn the rules, that as I go in the video, I will share with you guys. You will find that laying these stones is super simple. Really easy to lay. You know, but the more patient you have, is the better result you will get. Because to get a good pattern, you have to have patience. in terms of trying to, you know, get a good layout. So you might need to put a few pieces in there, right? So right here, you can see that we have this joint here, it's around 3 inches. You don't want to have no less than 4 inches. So we're going to move this stone here and try to put a bigger one right there right now. So we have this one that's 1 inch longer, which would be perfect for here. Remember, no less than 4 inches. That way you have a better bond, right? I want to try to interlock our stone perfectly. Need to cut a small piece for here. 6 inches. So much that. Huh? Another thing that you want to make sure that you check for as well, you want to make sure whenever you do a cut, you want to make sure that the cut pieces line up with the existing one that's already there. That way you have a nice straight joint. Both stones should line up with each other at all times. It's very crucial for you to have both stones line up with each other. That way you have a more professional looking job. So that's something that I would recommend you to do. So here now we need to put a small stone right in this space here. Bear in mind, you don't want this line to be no longer than 4 feet. So for instance, this was already too long, you could put a shorter piece of stone here to break it off. But I'm going to leave this one right here now. Or maybe I could even put a shorter one, so this way I can put a bigger one right there. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm going to leave this one right here. As I put it down, I want to check to make sure that this joint here, the joint of this stone is in line with this one that's already laid. It's very crucial. As I get it down, I'm going to check for leveling, make sure that it's nice and level. Beautiful. Now that I have this one, we're going to butter the face. Now we can go ahead and install a big stone here. So here we see we have a medium stone right here now. So you have a medium stone. Usually you want to go with a different size on top of the one that's already there. We have a medium. We're going to go with just going to put this one right here now. Try to have a consistent joint. So if you're working with a 1/2 inch joint, just make sure that all of them is the same. That way you have a more professional looking work. Now that we have this big one here, we're gonna bang it down to the bottom of this one here. And guys, if you're getting value from this video so far, go ahead and give your boy Ryan a thumbs up. Help YouTube to recognize the video, so that way you can share it to all of the youths out there who are interested to learn this trade. As you know, your boy Ryan trying to get it out there to as many youth as possible. So we're gonna leave that one there. We're gonna go with this one right here now. Gonna check for level. At times you want to go back, stay away from the wall as well. Slide it just to make sure that it's nice and straight. Just like that. So over here, it's calling for a small one. Sometimes the stone literally tell you what you need. Like it literally just say, okay Ryan, put me a small one or put me a medium one. If you just pay attention, the stone literally talk to you at times, guys. So after this one, we're gonna put some more brick ties again. Alright, so now we're gonna put a few brick ties. Just leave a brick tie hole here, that way we can use this brick tie to tie in the precast. That's gonna go here, or maybe it's probably better to put it down here. Alright, so install the sill. We have a lot of rain yesterday, so you might see we skip a little bit of the video. Nevertheless, later on we'll jump back into that. I'm installing some brick ties now. Always want to leave a little bit of space here, maybe like a 1/4 inch beside your window. You don't want to go directly onto your window with your stone. Alright, let me give you a walk to show you where we are right now. So basically, bring up our stone. Go all the way up here. We're gonna have our stucco come right up to our stone here. All of this gonna be stucco. Front of the garage also gonna be stucco.
Gonna have stucco right around the lower section there. So before there was a roof, there was some plywood up there. My client wanted us to go straight up in the gable there with our stone. So right now we're gonna install some precast right around the door. So we have our precast here ready. Gonna install our precast right around the door. I shall finish this section, go right across the top of the door there. Finish right up there as well, come right down.